up? What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Jordan Hedden, back with another episode of Big Girl Diaries, the one, the only podcast for Gen Z men and women. We talk all things self-help, relationships. I keep it real, and whatever really comes to mind. Today, I want to talk about how to handle disrespect from others. Recently in my life, I feel like in everybody's life, you're gonna experience people that disrespect you, and sometimes the disrespect is gonna be intentionally, and sometimes it's gonna be unintentionally. And when somebody disrespects you, they're trying to take your power away. They're initially, whether you realize it or not in the moment, someone that is trying to disrespect you is someone who is trying to take your power away, someone who is trying to test you, trying to get a reaction out of you. And it's kind of like a fight. But you don't have to make it a fight. But internally, when somebody disrespects you, it's not a fight against them, each other, but it's more of a fight against yourself. And sometimes when people be disrespectful, you either do two things: you dust it off a little bit, or you say something. So it's one of those things that's like you either stay silent or you react, or you, and that's the way you handle the situation when somebody disrespects you. And honestly, I'm kind of a person. I used to be a person where I was kind of like, I want to keep the peace. Like I'm big on my peace. I'm big on making sure I'm okay, but keeping the peace sometimes isn't the best decision when someone is disrespecting you, because like I said in the beginning, when someone is disrespecting you, they're trying to take your power away. And when somebody is trying to take your power away, you can't tolerate that. And it's not even about that person. It's not even about defeating them. It's not even about trying to prove anything. It's more about us self-respecting. It's more about I'm not gonna let you treat me this way, and I'm not gonna let you do these things to me or say these things to me, because I have a certain standard for myself that you have to, it's a saying that you have to treat people how you want to be treated. Or no, that's one saying, but the other saying is you have to treat people, you have to teach people how you want to be treated, if that makes sense. So basically, what I mean when I say you have to teach people how to treat you, you can't just, most of our communication as human beings is nonverbal. So when, as far as saying you have to teach people how to treat you, you have to teach people energetically. You have to teach people by your boundaries. The way you treat yourself is how others are going to treat you, basically. So when somebody disrespects you and you stay silent, you don't say nothing, you just push it to the side, the first couple of times you can be the bigger person and kind of like protect your peace. That's what I do. But when it gets to a point where somebody is obviously trying to push your buttons, and someone is obviously trying to test you, that's when you have to you have to stick up for yourself And sticking up for yourself could be scary. Like, it could be scary, especially if you're a person that's more shy and more timid. Sticking up for yourself can be scary. You can fear can take over. But the thing about sticking up for yourself is more about, think about it as in I'm not gonna let you take my power away from me. That's what you have to think of it as. When somebody disrespects you, you have to think of it as, I'm not gonna let nobody oh my goodness gracious. You have to think of it as, I'm not gonna let anybody take my power away from me. I'm not gonna let anyone push me, give them the reaction that they want. And that's another thing about people, and when they disrespect you, they want to take your power away. Give me 1 second.